What is whistle got to do with the coming of Moshiach? Navi Zechariah, chapter 10, says, Ve'eshreka, Hashem will whistle, and then he will gather the Jews together. Oftentimes, we had seen that during Farbrengen, a gathering of the Hasidim by the Lubavitcher Rebbe, he would signal for someone to whistle. What does this idea of whistle have to do with the coming of Moshiach? The Navi, the prophet, says specifically, whistle will bring Moshiach. Wow, that is interesting. Maybe we should all start whistling. Oh, maybe not a bad idea. The Gemara in Chulin, Daf Samach Gimel, page 63, says, Amar Rav Yechanan, why is the bird Racham, a non-kosher bird in the Torah, is called a Racham? And Rabbi Yechanan says, why is it called a Racham? Because when this bird comes into the world, to Eretz Yisrael, it's a sign of Rachamim, that rain will come. Hashem will have mercy. The Gemara continues in the Rav Bibi and says that if this bird will whistle, then that is a sign of coming of Mashiach. Really? How is that? There's an interesting word brought down in a sefer called Kemesi Shal Rav. And if you look at the Hebrew alphabet, every letter has also a number. So the first letter Aleph is 1, Bet is 2, Gimel is 3, and so on and so forth. When you get to Yud is 10, and then Chaf is 20, and then Kuf is 100, Resh is 200, and Shin 300, and Taf is 400. That ends the alphabet. Interestingly enough, when you start from 1, from Aleph, and you move away from Aleph, you go to Bet, to Gimel, to 3, to 4, to 5. As you get away, the distance becomes larger. Between Aleph and Bet, there's only 1. But between Aleph and Tet, for example, there's 8. So the distance becomes longer. The opposite is true if you do the alphabet backwards. If you start from the last letter of the alphabet, the Aleph base, Tuf, and you go down, Tuf is 400 and Shin is 300. So the distance is less now, 300 to 200, 200 to 100, till eventually you get to 1 Aleph, and everyone becomes 1. The word Racham means love, Ahava. We know one of the basic reasons for the destruction and the exile, Golus, is unfortunately Sinas Chinam, and the non-warranted hatred between people. And the remedy for it, obviously, is Avas Chinam, love. So maybe this is what the Gemara means, and this is what the Navi means. When the Gemara says Racham means love, and when Racham comes to the world, that is a sign, to Eretz Yisrael, that is a sign that Moshiach is on his way. That means when there is more love between the Jews, Racham indicating love between the Jews. And what's going on with the whistle? The word whistle, shirakrak, what the Gemara brings, shirakrak. The sheresh of the word whistle in Hebrew is shin, resh, kuf. Look at that. Shin is 300, and then resh is 200, and then kuf is 100. So you're going from 300 to 200 to 100. You're going closer and closer, as opposed to going from Aleph to Bet to Gimel. So this idea of whistling, what the Navi says in Zechariah, Ve'eshkera v'akavasem, that he is going to whistle, and that whistle is going to be when Moshiach comes. That means when the Jews are going to get closer together, and the distance is going to be less and less. Is going from Shin all the way down to Aleph. And obviously there's a reason why about the letter Taf as well. But for our purposes here, the idea would be whistling is the idea of getting closer, because the word whistle in Hebrew, shirak rak, is going from 300 to 200 to 100 to eventually becoming one. And that's what we want. We want all the Jews, we want all the people to eventually become one and to love each other and to have that ahava. And that's what it means when it says when Racham whistles, Mashiach will come.